German faction in Gates of Hell Ostfront Dynamic Conquest has a lot of units to pick from, and trying to figure out which ones are useful and which ones are there just for a bit of fun can be difficult early on. But I am here to give you 3 essential units you must be aiming for as Germany if you're serious about your Dynamic Conquest. Let's get into it. Now, the first essential unit you should be grabbing if you're serious about your German Dynamic Conquest is, in my opinion, the best bang for buck weapon in the game. It's the first thing in my army if I'm playing as Germany, and it should be the first thing in your army as well. It's an absolute beast on the battlefield in PvP also, for those of you who play that, and that is the 7.5cm LEIG Infantry Assault Gun. This thing is an absolute sniper. It's a beast. It'll reliably hit shots for you pretty much every single time. Even comes with a bunch of heat shells so you can deal with those pesky early war tanks that tend to throw themselves at you before you're ready. Another good thing about it is you can lob shots over hills from behind fences, and that way keep this out of the firing line. It has about 160 meters of range. I believe it comes with 40 HE shells. But yeah, if you haven't been using this in your German playthroughs, give it a go because it's an absolute weapon. It won't let you down. And whether you have or haven't used it, if you have, let me know what you think about it in the comments. And if you haven't, give it a go, come back to me and tell me how your experience was. But you should be going for this pretty well straight away. If we go on the research tree here, you'll see that it only costs 2 research points to get. Just do it. Don't even think, just straight away. 7.5 LEIG. It's a beast and it will not let you down. The next unit I have for you that I deem absolutely essential as Germany is only essential for one reason and one reason only. It is the first tank that can reliably kill those pesky KV-1s. If you've played as Germany against the Soviets in a Dynamic Conquest, you know how ugly it can get when those KV-1s get onto the battlefield and you're not prepared for them. Well, I'm here to give you something that you can grab to prepare for those KV-1s, and that is the Panzer IV Ausf II. It's the first Panzer IV that comes with the long barrel, the 7.5. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. There's a Stug you can get before the Panzer IV Ausf II, just up here, that can penetrate KV-1s reliably. I agree, but it costs pretty much the same amount of research points, maybe 1 or 2 less, and the lack of a rotating turret is a big disadvantage coming up against a KV-1. So I think the Panzer IV Ausf II is an absolute essential piece of weaponry if you're serious about your German conquest. If you're trying to limit your losses and do as good as possible, you should be racing straight for this tank. It is a beast. And who doesn't love a Panzer IV? Absolutely love it. The next essential unit you'll need as Germany in your Gates of Hell Ostfront Dynamic Campaign playthrough is actually an artillery piece. And if you've seen my German artillery guide, you will already know or have an idea of what artillery piece I'm talking about. It's one of my favorite pieces of equipment in the game. I grab it pretty much every run, and that is the 10cm SK-18. Now, some of you might be thinking, what the hell? Well, let me tell you, this thing has a 450 meter range and a 21.5 second reload time. That is amazing compared to some of these other pieces of artillery. And if we go into the research tree here, it's not that far down, so it doesn't cost you that many research points to get. So that cost us 1, the LEIG, 3 for the 10.5 LEFH, and then 1 for this 10cm SK-18. So that's a total of 5 points to get to this. One thing to note though, once you start getting to these artillery pieces, make sure that you have unlocked the supply truck so that you can tow it around. You will find on the hardcore playthroughs that if you're using these pieces a lot, especially if you have multiple pieces and you're not scavenging enemy equipment to sell, or your units are dying, a lot, you won't be able to resupply your army. These do take a lot of supply or ammunition, whatever you want to call it. So do be careful with them. But you can absolutely decimate points with these. That 21-second reload time and that 450 meters of range means from the start, you can pretty much hit most points. And before you even get to those objectives, the point will probably just be a barren wasteland. If you're using these correctly, just do the attack ground move and just keep slamming that objective or any emplacements you find, and you won't have a problem in your conquest. Artillery is amazing in this game. Make sure you're using it. But thank you guys for checking out my guide. If you do want to see more of this, let me know what kind of guides in the comments, and make sure you're liking, subbing, all that good stuff. Thanks a lot, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers, guys.